Good morning, you guys. It's John here today. Thanks for being here. We are planting up so many different types of celosias today. I am so excited to pot up celosias. Celosias are kind of a sign that fall is kind of coming, even though it's still really hot out. Celosias love the heat. They love it, and they come in so many different forms and colors, and that's why we grow so many of them in the summertime, just because they're so pretty. And what's better than a heat tolerant flower? So we're going to show you guys some of the flowers, celosia flowers that we're planting up today, and some that in our garden right now that look super pretty. We've been succession planting them because some varieties do like to be succession planted, especially the shorter ones and more dwarf varieties. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. So these are some of the celosias that are getting the chop. We are successioning them out of the way, just because a lot of them are really like sun faded. Some of them still look okay, you guys, but really we needed to make room for the new ones. Um, these celosias look good for the first, I don't know, maybe 2 months, 2.5 months, but after that, I feel like they get bleached out from the sun very easily. This is a kimono celosia. So our solution is just keep succession planting them. So we planted another variety, another batch of the same variety. This one's a mix. So I'm excited for that. Even to have fresh green color on this bench is really refreshing. Um, I absolutely love it. We have some that are blooming a little bit more over here. These are the kimonos. Again, this is the kimono rose. And these are some coxcombs. They're still looking okay. Some of them are kind of getting worn out there, so we did succession plant them. They're not quite ready to put on the bench yet. The pink ones seem to be fading a little bit quicker than the magenta, so we're gonna keep that in mind, but they're still looking great. And this is more that we have in our garden. We just flipped this one and replaced them with the new ones. Oh, it just looks so much better, you guys. I love just some fresh green. Sometimes that's just nice to have in the middle of summertime. And then these are some berry sparklers on the side, kind of a mid-size celosia. Just a really pretty plume. There's 4 plants in each pot, which might have been overkill. We probably could have done 3, maybe even 2, because they do branch out, as you guys can see, just a little bit, which is great. Great for containers and landscape, and the color has been holding up really nice. They've been blooming basically since May so far, so 2 months, which is really good. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated on how those do. I've been loving this pink color for our late spring and summer garden. One thing about celosias is you do want to water them at the base of the plant because they can get a little bit displaced. This isn't too bad, but the plumes can kind of, fall apart a little bit. I wouldn't say fall apart, but like, get all whiplashed. So you want to make sure you water at the base. Obviously, you can't do anything about that with the rain, but yeah, just a note. And we have more of them over here in the container garden. I don't know why, but these get like pinkier, like more rusty leaves, which is kind of pretty. I don't know if it's because they get more sun or whatever, but they're still really pretty. While Kyle is clearing out some of these pots, we're going to start filling them. We got out our white table and we'll start popping some pots out here. This is kind of like our workbench where we'll put pots out here and then fill them and then put them on the side of the house to grow in. So we filled up some of the pots. Now we got to pick out the celosias we're going to plant today. So these are some of the seedlings. I have the kimonos over here. Actually, I have another one over here. And then I have 3 flats of the Brainiac. This is the Brainiac Magenta. So it's the same color that we have on the stair step bench right now. I loved it, so I wanted to do a second succession. And then we have another one coming. We have the Brainiac Raven Red coming. So we're going to put 3 of them in each pot. I know that sounds like a lot of plugs, but we want them to fill out very nicely. And we don't need the heads to be super big. If you want the heads to be bigger, you could definitely put maybe just 1 in there, but we put 3 of them in each pot in the container garden right now, and I really love the size of them. I'll show you guys kind of the ratio. This is what they look like here. There's that one, and then there's these 2. I mean, they can definitely all be like bigger for sure if they were in the ground, but honestly, I still think they're really pretty. So we're gonna put 3 of them in each pot for all of them, the celosias and the well, the coxcombs and the celosias for everything. Okay, we're gonna finish potting up the rest of these coxcombs and I'll show you guys where we're gonna put them. So we finished potting up the coxcombs. We have a few more to pot up, but we're gonna put them on the side of our house like we do all of our seedlings. We have some actually already over here. This is kind of where we put all our seedlings to get away from the hot afternoon sun. So we're gonna put them here. We actually have some that are not fully grown, but much more fuller. I'll show you guys. So these are ones that we straight potted up from plugs into here. About 3 weeks ago, and they are much fuller obviously than the ones that we just transplanted, but these will catch up and grow out really quickly. We have had some caterpillar damage on some of this. We went through them, picked out the caterpillars, and got rid of them, but that is something, especially in the summertime, I don't know why, but caterpillars do seem to gravitate towards the celosias and even the zinnias. We had one that we had to pick off this morning. So definitely be on the lookout for caterpillars. You can spray some BT. That's great too. If you have a lot of stuff, you don't really have the time to look through all of them. It's an organic solution. We will link that in our Amazon store down below. But anyways, coxcombs, we're going to put more of them down here to kind of fill in the space. Alrighty, you guys, it looks so good. Oh, I cannot wait for them to get bigger. We're going to plant up some more kimono celosias now. We have lots of them, so we're going to plant these up, and I'll show you guys what those look like at the end. Again, we're going to put 3 of them in each pot. Each pot is like 6.5 inches. Okay, we just finished potting up the kimono celosias. I might pot up more later on, but these look really good for right now. So the next one we're going to do are the kimono. These are the kimonos. They get a little bit taller than the other two, about, I don't know, they could get 8 to 12 inches tall. But we have some really nice ones. We have orange. I don't know which one's which. Did I tag these? Oh, here we go. We have salmon. So this half is salmon, and then this half is orange. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? Kind of like a metallic-y orange. I am so excited. So we're going to pot these up in bigger pots. I'll show you guys what size we're using. We're going to put these in 8-inch pots. I think that's going to give it a little bit more height, and we're going to put 3 of them again in these size pots. We put them in them last year, and I think they did really, really well. Like I mentioned, we do have some of them in the garden, but they don't look that great. This is the Cosmo Cherry, or like wine something, but they are going to push out new growth. When I grew them last year, they kind of fleshed out again, like here, like that. So they're going to flesh out again, kind of get some more growth on them, and hopefully look really good. I'm so excited for the orange and the salmon color. I think that's going to be really, really pretty in our late summer and fall garden. Alrighty, we have this one potted up. We're going to finish potting up all the other celosias, and then I will keep you guys updated. Okay, we potted up 6 of them. We did 3 each, 3 orange and 3 salmons. I am so excited to have these grow. We are not going to pinch these. Really, we only pinch the taller varieties so that we can use them for cut flowers. So I think these are going to be just fine unpinched. And I think I'm going to pot up some of these. Oh my gosh, there's wasps. We're going to pot up some of these Intens, the purple celosia. I've talked about these quite a bit, but they have this beautiful purple foliage with dark purple blooms. Absolutely lovely. We will pot up some of these dragon's breaths too. We plant them up in bigger pots. Kyle, thankfully, is getting our pots together for us. I think we're going to do the purple ones in here, and then we're going to do the dragon's breaths in a slightly bigger pot. We have lots ready. Lots of pots available on the side of our house here. This bigger one, these are 18.5 inches. We're going to pot some up in some of these, the dragon's breath, these bigger ones. We're filling all of them up just with some local potting mix we got from our local nursery. Absolutely love this stuff. I'm going to go grab plants. I think we're only going to need 3 in each container, so we're going to need 9 of them. We're going to put 3 plants in this pot. This is like a 14-inch pot. It's kind of close together, but we want these pots to fill in really quickly so we can put them in the container garden. We will pinch them. As you can see, there is a bloom on here. There's tons and tons of branching. We're gonna let them root in just a little bit before pinching them, just because, again, it's hot and it's stress on the plant, so the heat and pinching is stress. So we're gonna wait until they root in, and then we're gonna pinch them just so that they can get a little bit established before then. So we're gonna put 3 in here. We have some smaller pots. We wanna experiment a little bit with growing these in some smaller containers. I've seen these get a lot shorter. We tend to fertilize them quite a bit, and when we plant them closer together, they get taller. So I'm curious how they would grow if they were in a smaller pot and there was just one where it could branch out a little bit more. So we're just gonna put 1 in here to see how that one does. I think that's gonna be absolutely gorgeous once that fills in. So we're gonna fill up these pots. We're gonna put them probably over here because there's some space on the side of our house there, and then I'll show you guys what they look like. All right, we have all of the intense purple celosias potted up. We might pot up some more. I think last year we only potted up 3 containers, and obviously I wanted more. So anyways, these look really good. And again, this is a 14-inch pot that we put 3 plants in, and then this is a 10-inch, not 10, yeah, that's a 10-inch pot. We just put 1 in, and then an 8-inch pot we put 1 in. So those are kind of experimental with the smaller ones, but they'll be so pretty. But look at this, you guys. We have the black angelonia here. Just imagine the black angelonia. I'm actually gonna pick one off because why not? This black angelonia with the purple foliage. Look at that. That's gonna be so pretty. Ugh, so pretty. With the other blooms too, with the taller blooms. I am so excited. Fall is one of my favorite color palettes, and it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. This is a Dracaena. I don't think it's gonna make it through the summer. I accidentally left it out here, but we'll see. There is some life in here, but they typically don't make it, and I forgot to protect it and bring it inside, so sorry about that. Now these are the Dragon's Breath celosias that we need to pot up. These look really healthy. I'm just obsessed with the foliage, you guys. It's like magenta army green, absolutely gorgeous. So we're gonna grab a flat of her and take her to our pots. So we have some pots over here. I think we're gonna fill up a couple of these, maybe 3, 4, 5, probably 5. And then these 2 big ones. And then we're gonna fill up this big one too. The soil is still good in that one. Kyle is dumping out a container where the soil was kind of mushy, not the best. We do like to reuse soil that is still like fresh and good, but sometimes when soil is too old, it's good to just get rid of it. So we like to just, honestly, this is the bad soil. It's just really, really fine textured, and it can get kind of mucky if you water it. So we honestly just spread it in our lawn, and then it just goes right into the soil. When we water it, it just soaks right into the soil. So that's great. So we're gonna fill up these containers. We're gonna leave them on this side of the house just because we don't have room on the other side, and it's not gonna be that hot out the next couple of days, so they're gonna adjust just fine. So we're gonna move them from here, put them right in front here of the house to give them a little bit more protection, and then we're gonna fill them up and pot things. Okay, so we have some 16-inch pots here that we're potting up. We're gonna put maybe 4 of them in each container. They're gonna fill in, they get about, I don't know, 9, 12 inches wide, and they'll actually fill out the pot really, really well when you stuff them a little bit closer together. So we're gonna fill in at these containers, and then we're going to fill in these containers we're potting up. Gosh, 7 of them. We might do a few more, just because honestly they're our favorite. They are so beautiful. Like I mentioned, they literally look like fire, you guys, in the garden. Our fall garden is definitely not complete without these Dragon's Breath celosias. But they are one of the last celosias to bloom. That is, I guess, the caveat to them, but honestly, it's like a crescendo. Their foliage is really pretty, and then they send up these little tiny bloom spikes, and then they burst into bloom. And they're really pretty for like Christmas time too. We loved having these in our Christmas arrangement. I know our frosts can come in December, but usually they don't come until like January. So these were so pretty to have in our garden during the Christmas months. So we're gonna fill up the rest of these containers with soil and plants, and then we'll check in with you guys. Alrighty, you guys, the pots look amazing. I'm obsessed with them already. They're gonna grow in so quickly. I absolutely love this flower. So we didn't pot up all 7 of them. We left 2 of them here. We need some more pots because we have some millet to pot up, but I might also pot up some purple, but more of the purple celosia. So we will see, but we're actually gonna pot in, Kyle's dumping more dirt. We're gonna pot some Dragon's Breath celosia in this pot. I usually don't love using these, but for fall, they kind of match the vibe. Same with this red one. I don't love potting things in them, but we are gonna put them kind of in the back, so the pots are gonna be hidden, but again, red pots for fall, kind of a nice vibe. So they're gonna go, the red ones are gonna go back here in the fall, and they're gonna be so pretty. I am so excited for these to bloom and look absolutely gorgeous. We did run out of soil, so we do need to pick up some more soil. There were some dahlias in here. I don't know if the tubers are still in here. I don't feel them, so they might have just rotted. Oh well, that's okay. That is okay. They were really pretty in the springtime. Are you being a good girl, Rosie? Yeah. I would pet you, but my hands are all dirty. She's just sunbathing. It's so funny to me when they just lay out in the sun. They'll do this even when it's 115 degrees out. That's it for today's video, you guys. I'll definitely keep you updated on how all the celosias grow. They're gonna be so pretty, but I'll see y'all in the next video.